Hey everyone, it's John at National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to do a quick update on tonight's game. I said I would do some props, and like I said, for me, the games are essentially contingency games, so depending on how the first game goes, that's kind of what I use in reference for my second. As you can see, neither quarterback really having a crazy game, so I'm not saying that they're not going to have a nice fourth quarter or that the next game is definitely going to be the opposite. But a player prop I absolutely love in this game, I like A.J. Brown to go over, just because I think a lot of people just will be expecting Hurts to run, and I like Brown to go over his yards. Another one I like Daniel Jones to go over his rushing yards, and I think Daniel Jones has a good game in general. So whether it's touchdowns, rushing yards, passing yards, I think Daniel Jones is going to have a good game, hit most of his props. So I would pick him. I think it was around, last I checked, his passing yards aren't anything crazy. But whatever you have it at, like FanDuel or whatever you choose, I would go over on Daniel Jones' yards. I would also go over on his rushing yards. And then as far as the Eagles, I would go over on A.J. Brown. And I would take A.J. to score a touchdown. I think those four combinations would be a nice player prop. I still stand by. I think the Giants are going to cover just because, again, I think the Chiefs are going to pull away. I could be wrong, but either way, I think they want to make this an interesting night game. So I still like the Giants to cover. I like that with the possible upset, but I'm just going to take them to cover. But as far as props, I think it's an over game. I like the over 48 for sure. And I like Jones, again, to hit his props and A.J. Brown to get a touchdown. But I would really focus on Daniel Jones. His rushing props, a lot of times, you can add a couple yards to get plus odds. Or just based off the way the first game is looking, I have a feeling this one could be a back and forth, and Jones just goes way above his yards. So that's my main play. I'll probably put a half unit on him to go over his yards and another half unit on him to go over his rushing yards. And then for AJ, I'll do a half unit on him to go over to score at least one touchdown. I don't know why I think Hurts is a better passing performance than running performance. I think with the injured shoulder, people will be expecting him to not throw because he has an injured shoulder. But I have a feeling he does a lot of these checkdowns and yards after catch, gives him a nice passing game. And I actually think Jones is going to be the one who has the impressive running game. I mean, I know Hurts is a much better running quarterback, but comparatively, I think Jones will do good rushing. So I just wanted to let everyone know my update, what players I'm playing. I'm staying away from Barkley because he's too inconsistent. Slayton probably isn't a bad play. Slayton's another one. They need guys like Slayton to look really good. Of course, Barkley needs to, but Slayton needs to have those, big breaks and those big catches to keep this a close game. So, officially, again, I like the over, but as my leg 2, which I'll just keep it a leg 2 because we've been nailing our leg 3 so far today, I do like the Giants cover. I'll play the over as a leg 1. And again, Jones for passing and rushing, I'll go a half unit each for him to go over. And Brown for a touchdown. And we'll do Slayton for yards. So whatever they happen to match up with, just take them. But Slayton can't be getting too many yards. It's probably in the mid-60s or something. Maybe 70s. So I'm going to lock them in now. But I just want everyone to know basically what I think happens. I think Jones does better than people expect. And I think it's a closer game. We'll see how the Chiefs games finish as well. I think we'll hold that one, but we'll have to see what happens. Of course, they have the Mahomes fake injury going on, although it did really look like he kind of stretched his knee out, but we'll have to see what happens there. And I'll be doing a recap tonight. I think we're going to have an amazing day. College basketball has been treating us very well, and I think we did good with the playoffs. So I'm excited rolling into tonight and tomorrow because we're going to have, I think, some layups tomorrow, but we'll see what happens, and I'll be back on in a few. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.